Damn, man. This stuff, it happens way too often, and I'm not going to downplay that it doesn't happen way too often in regular life, but I think we all know there's a little something extra when it comes to the entertainment industry and dealing with everything that you have to deal with when you're someone in it, trying to make it in it, and then if you do make it, and then you get the money and you get the fame and all of that, and maybe your issues started when you were young, such as Hayden Panettiere. Man, 36 years old. When I actually was getting ready to do this video, all I knew was that she was 36. She passed away in Greenville, South Carolina on Sunday, and we didn't know why. Now it seems to have been confirmed that it was sadly an apparent overdose. She was unresponsive. Advanced life support was administered before she passed away. She had just released a book, a memoir. She was doing a tour for that not all that long ago. I think it might have been early in 2026, and she talked about some of her struggles and so forth, and her struggles with addiction and alcohol and drugs and all of those things. And of course, she had success early on. I think she started. I forget the name of it now. I had looked it up, and now I forget. I believe she was on a soap opera when she was quite young, if I remember correctly. I think a lot of people, what she's most known for, of course, is Heroes. I think we would all agree that was her breakthrough role on Heroes. She was on, was it Nashville for like 6 seasons, the uh, musical drama with Connie Britton. Then she also appeared in Scream 4. She came back in Scream 6, which I'm still not quite sure how they did that, although I was happy to see her because actually that was really, I loved her. For some reason that stands out for me, but I don't know why. I mean, I wasn't a Nashville fan. It didn't have anything to do with her. It's just I'm not that audience, but I loved her in Scream 4. I mean, it's kind of weird because horror movies, right? And for the most part, it changes once in a while, but you're like, okay, there's going to be one person left, right? There's going to be, so you're losing them. And so they make it tough with some of them in some scenes, but for the most part, you're like, yeah, I kind of like that character, but I know they're going. But man, I really, really hoped that she was going to make it, man, because I really liked Hayden's character in Scream 4. I'm just saying, I don't know what that says about me, but anyway, I thought that was, and here I'm sorry, I'm being cheerful just because I'm remembering Scream 4, and she was the big draw for me in that. But she has a daughter. She doesn't. I think from what I heard, she's kept her in her life. A lot of people, she gave her ex-husband way back when full custody. They had been sharing it, and a lot of people, she got a lot of bad press for that. But from my understanding, is she was doing that because she felt it was the right thing for her daughter because of her own life and her own condition and what Hayden was dealing with. I believe they're over in Europe. That's where she's been living with her father over in Europe. But yeah, this is crazy, man. Apparently, authorities were alerted to the medical emergency by a 911 call from a friend of the Scream actress. TMZ reported, citing law enforcement sources. The identity of the caller has not been shared publicly at this time. According to the outlet, first responders attempted to resuscitate Hayden using advanced cardiac life support in addition to CPR. This involves special medicines, breathing tubes, and heart rhythm tracking. Oh, man, this is reportedly pronounced dead at 2:32 p.m. as chest compressions administered by paramedics were also unable to revive her. According to dispatch audio obtained by People, officials were heard discussing an overdose and cardiac arrest around the time of her death. I don't have any more information at this time, and it's looking as though that is the case. The Greenville Police Department and Greenville County Coroner's Office are leading the investigation into her death. The preliminary investigation has not indicated any signs of foul play or suspicious circumstances, a spokesperson for the Greenville Police Department said. In a statement obtained by People, an acquaintance of Miss Panettiere placed the 911 calls. I mean, obviously she slipped back, unless it was, a purposeful thing. She obviously slipped back. Whether this was that first slip back, and unfortunately, that it was also the last, or this has been something. Who knows what triggered it. Apparently, she was on the mend, even according to her. Of course, with addiction like that, you don't know, right? You don't know how truthful people are, because when you have that addiction, they can be so desperate and they want to hide it so much, and they get very good at doing so. But yeah, man, it's crazy when I saw this in the morning. It took a minute to register because I'm like, wait, what? She's so young, and then you start thinking about the things that I was gonna say can't be controlled. I don't maybe that's not fair to people who suffer an addiction, but, I'm thinking like car accident, you can't even say a health thing because we had, no one knew that she didn't have a health issue that anyone knew about, right? And then you get something like this, and she was 36, and you're like, "What the hell, man?" I think her daughter's like I wanna say 11? I think she's 11, maybe 12. But yeah, man. Anyway, that's I don't know, I just wanted to talk about it, put this out there, and for those of you who don't know, and let me know in the comments, what was your favorite role with her? I'm sure there were some huge Nashville fans, huge Heroes fans as well. For me, it was, and I know it wasn't even a huge role, but I loved her in Scream 4. So anyway, yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I will talk to you later.